Hello. It is live at 5. We're on Yow Chow. 19th of July. We saw a lot of you at 1 o'clock and a few of you at 2 o'clock.
Hey,
I mean,
you.
where were the rest of you? But
Hey, you.
there you go. There you go. When will the Toffees make their next summer signing? That is what we're all looking for. That is
Friday.
what we're all looking for. You going for Friday?
No, not really.
No.
I think something will happen Friday.
Okay.
I think something will happen Friday.
Okay.
Can't say what that thing will be,
Okay.
but I'm predicting something will happen Friday.
Fair play to you.
I'm predicting it.
Fair play.
What are you predicting?
I'm not.
World peace?
I'm not dispredicting.
Okay. Can you dispredict?
No.
Is that a word? That
No.
sounds like something Ned
It's not a
would say.
word. It is. It's a Ned word.
And then one spelling.
It's a Ned word, and then spell it with like Z's in it or something. It just, yeah.
What? De-predict.
That's to unpredict something.
Have you got your
Unpredict-
mic
I mean,
on?
you literally said the word yourself.
Have you got your
unpredict.
mic on? Because when you speak, people want to listen.
Things will happen over the weekend,
Yeah, Everton are playing Wigan.
all around the weekend.
Let us know if you're going to Wigan.
Wigan.
Let us know if you're going to Tranmere. Let's have a poll. Ned, get it sorted.
There you go. There you go. Lots going on over the weekend. It's all good.
So it all starts Friday.
It does all start.
All
Friday.
starts on Friday.
Let's hope it starts before Friday, like Thursday. I mean, that was very, very exciting. Also, go and subscribe to More Than a Game as
Do
well.
it. Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Channel's growing. There's a good interview coming on there tonight at 7. Go and watch it. It's a belter. It's a belter. But go over now. And I've taken... What I've done here basically is I've just took a screenshot of the subscribers right now. I want that number to be much bigger by the time we finish this. Takes a second.
What are we up? Nearly up
We're
to
on.
7?
We're nearly at 7. We are. What are we? 76 away from 7. So you know what to do. You're
Let's do
beautiful.
it.
You're
Let's
normally very beautiful people.
Let's grow together. As a
Let's
community.
go and grow. Let's go and
As
grow.
a community.
Also, hit that. Smash that like button.
We're also speaking to
That's what
an
Eugene said.
We're also speaking to an ex-Everton striker tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, there'll be an interview with that person on. He's just said about Jamie Carragher. What's going on here? Why aren't you listening? Yeah, we got an ex-Everton striker tomorrow, and that will be going on More Than a Game, and there'll be stuff going on here as well.
Yeah.
Just
Just to bore you, the more people subscribe to that, the bigger that gets, the better the guests get. Just it's science almost. It works like that. So there you go. So just start over quickly. Go bang, subscribe, come back. Open another window. Ned will put the link in the description somewhere. He's already put it in the description, and I thought he put it in the comments, but that's fine. That's just Ned. I've already done it, because I don't hesitate where you wait 4 hours. I just commented that it's not bigger work than what we're doing, is it? Kevin Thelwell says apparently Victor Boniface is keen on the move to Everton. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. Bob says, evening, lads. Vicho says, evening, move on from Nonto. It's not happening. That is a slow burner. Everton keep...
like a slow cooker.
Bit like a slow cooker.
Unless you do it in the air
Unless you
fryer.
put it in the air
Don't
fryer.
put it in the air fryer. Do you think that's where Everton are making the mistakes? They're putting it in the air fryer.
I think they've let Paige become the director of football.
Just don't let her be in the medical staff.
No. Or putting stuff she wants in a air fryer and a slow cooker.
Yeah.
The Nonto thing's going to be a little bit... It's going to be a bit of back and forth till you get a decision with that one. So... We'll see.
Actually,
Again,
that's
not,
actually
that ain't,
really good for him.
that's not bad.
That's quick. That's for Ned.
Stephen Lee says we need to make moves quick before it's too late. We do. Eugene says happy birthday to Paul Bracewell for today. Former Everton midfielder, tremendous football player.
I'm going to say
today.
67.
I don't think he's that
That's
old.
the top of my head.
I reckon he's about 60, 61.
Okay.
But I have no idea. I'll check now.
Fair play.
Paul Bracewell is 61 today.
Oh, that's fair play. That's fair play because he was a lot younger than.
He was younger than Reed.
Yeah, he was a lot younger, wasn't he?
Belter.
He was a lot younger, wasn't he?
There you go.
To be honest,
He's a tremendous.
Time doesn't exist, so it doesn't.
No,
really matter,
no,
does it?
no, no.
See that picture of him in the under 21s?
He's tremendous. Yeah, could be the away shirt. You never know. Kevin Thelber says Everton could be set to win the race to sign Bouladia, according to Carrera
No.
Stello Sport. He would know.
He would know.
Maybe he's just giving us links here, and we're just going, oh yeah, but he's literally telling us. There you go. Bob says this is turning into the January transfer window all over again. What are the chances we sign nobody? Well, it isn't, because we've already signed someone. So we're already winning 1-0 versus January, aren't we? With big Ashley Young. So, there you go. There you go. Watching games on Everton TV, says Richo. That's over the weekend, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's if you can watch.
If you can watch it.
If you can.
No, I think it'll be all right this weekend. But I'm going for it.
All right. We've just had a conversation off air, and I do think it's important that we should just like have a little bit of that conversation on air. It's like, would it really kill Everton to put these games on YouTube? Really? Like, I'm not having a go at anyone about it. I'm just saying, in the world we live in and the media we use, people are used to using YouTube now. You get it on your TV, dead easy to watch. You can watch it. Imagine a lot of people can be watching us. You can watch it on your phone, on the bus, whatever. The way Everton do games, and I do understand that some of the games you have to be behind the paywall, they're geo-locked. Someone might have the rights to them in a different country and all that kind of thing. But if Everton have got the rights to them in the UK, put them on YouTube. And we've been saying this for years. It's so much easier. People can watch them. Not only Evertonians, but other people can watch them. You can get people. You can get money from advertising. You can get people to pay for memberships. You can get people to subscribe to your channel by making sure that you can't comment on it without being a subscriber to it. Like, it doesn't make any sense that Everton are hiding these. Like, don't get me wrong. If it was like Man United TV or Chelsea TV or Liverpool TV, I'd understand £5 a month and all that to watch the pre-season games. But this thing of like, well, you can pay £9 a game. Are you messing? £9 a game. And I understand that's to force people to get memberships. But people will get memberships. If you tell people that the only way they're on a waiting list is they have to buy a membership, they'll buy a membership. You don't need to throw in the package of a pre-season game. I just think
you can charge for the pre-season games on YouTube, but just a small amount.
Oh, well, I get that, but Everton will make their money off advertising.
Yeah.
They'll make their money off advertising. You're letting somebody else then. You work with YouTube, because big organisations will work with YouTube to make sure they're perfect. If you work with YouTube and get them on there, it gets rid of so many of those issues that are created with Everton in pre-season. I don't
takes the pressure
I'm
off
not having
Everton
a
as well,
by the way,
doesn't it?
I'm not having a go at anyone. I'm just offering my advice, right? As someone who's been, this is our 10th season. Our 10th season doing this, right? It just makes sense. You can go on YouTube. We were talking about it before. Imagine you were away on holiday, as quite a lot of people are this time of year, and you're in a bar in Spain and you say to the person, oh, can you throw the Everton game on? They're like, where is it? And you go, oh, well, what you've got to do, mate, is you've got to buy a membership, but you'll get a pair of socks and a water bottle. Whereas you could just go, yeah, it's on YouTube, mate, yeah, this is where it is. And they'll get it up on their telly and they're not bothered. There's footy on the TV. You're sitting there buying drinks, watching it. They're happy.
Makes things easy,
they're happy. They're made up. Because there's footy on the telly. Footy always attract punters to pubs in Spain or whatever. And it's just to me, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. Unless the games are on a TV channel or on Sky somewhere, I understand that that's a different thing. But to me, that stuff's just common sense. Everton fans on Saturday should just be able to go on YouTube and watch the game. I know, it'll be different because it's Wigan and blah, blah, blah. But make it easy for yourselves, really. And make it easy for us so you don't get constant things on Twitter going, I can't get the stream on. And some people going, well, I can get the stream. And other people, well, I can't even log in. Make it easy for yourselves. Because the more things Everton can make easy, the easier it is for the club, isn't it? That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because all what happens is, because we did it on Friday, and we're not ashamed to say it, the connection got bad. The game started getting choppy, so we found it on YouTube. And because we were doing a watch along, and we couldn't sit there with the game being all over the place and behind the time, so we just went on YouTube. Not no issue saying that, because we wanted to watch Everton playing, and we were doing a watch along. So we went on YouTube, found a good link for it, and just watched it.
We weren't streaming it.
Yeah, it was not with us. We weren't breaking any rules. It was on YouTube, wasn't it?
We're gonna watch
so
it.
The people who were streaming it might have been breaking some rules, but we weren't, because we just wanted to watch our team. So
exactly that.
sense.
Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and to tag. Thank you very much. Stephen Twist says, I'm 100% sure we won't sign anyone soon. Depends what you see. Soon gets you out, doesn't it? Soon gets you off with a lot. Because soon could be the next 10 minutes. Soon could be today. Soon could be next week, in your opinion. Soon could be the 12th of August.
If you're going by how long the Earth's been here, soon's like 3,000 years. You know what I mean?
So
just saying,
Steve.
Yeah.
Dan says, Ned, when you're speaking, put your mic on. And you know what? That's sound advice from Dan.
Also,
who, of course,
also
spent
Ned,
some time on holiday with Don. Both governments. The good fellas together. So fair play to the pair of them.
Yeah. You should really have your camera on as well, Ned.
Really you should, but
so everyone can see your glasses.
Kevin Murphy says, get in, lads. Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you very much,
Go on,
Kevin.
put your camera on so everyone can see your glasses. You look tremendous.
Ryan Ball wants a poll on what colour the away shirt will be. Well, we'd have to put colours on them, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
we can't.
I'm not saying we know what the colours are, or even that there's an away shirt coming out, but
no, it's not up here. Not that one that's similar to it.
Yeah, we haven't got the away kit.
We're buying that on the Friday morning or whenever it comes out. Kevin Thelwell says, put it on YouTube and get a sponsor to advertise at half time. Yeah, there's all stuff Everton could do.
You don't even need a sponsor. You just
they'll make money, won't they?
Use YouTube's adverts. What are you doing with that shirt? Don't throw that shirt over here. Don't throw that shirt over here. Ned.
He's putting it on to sit in front of the camera. You know. Classic.
You allowing him to wear that shirt?
He's got it only because he's
got that button. Undo that button.
Only because he's
That's a player issue shirt.
Only because he's got another t-shirt on underneath.
So well.
It fits so well. No, why? Because it's extra large and you're such a big guy.
Harry Wisner says lack of signings is concerning so far. Should we be worried yet?
Yeah, be very worried. Just be dead worried.
Okay. Michael Lowe says, agree, Pet, it's just stupid that they don't show the pre-season on YouTube. I just think for me, I think if there's something that's quite simple to do, do it. There is ways to make money. Everton could, I know you're saying just use the advertising and all that sound. No, Everton could easily do that as well, of course. But if they really did want to go, well, we want to charge something for it, then charge a couple of quid or say to everyone, listen, it's £5 for the month, just for this month, and all the friendlies are on here. And it's YouTube and that's it. If you really need it.
YouTube has different stuff on it because obviously we have Toffee TV Premier, obviously, don't we? So we can put things behind. But YouTube has a similar thing, memberships, where you can pay different tiers, and some of the stuff is blocked. You don't get to see it, but if you're a member, you will get to see it. Or there's like, if you pay £1, you can comment, or you get all these free stickers,
all of that
or all that emojis and all that. They're all there. We don't use them because we have Toffee TV Premier. You have all that, but also if you get good numbers for a watch to put something on, you'll get good advertising money as well. If everyone has to watch an advert before it and at half time, and then you'll get good revenue from it. So to me, it makes, and I do appreciate that there are issues. Sometimes these games, as I said before, they're bought in other countries and they have to write them. Everton, because they put it behind. I understand all that stuff. But to me, if there's a game and you can put it on YouTube, put it on YouTube. I am sick of Everton hiding. Don't put that up behind the paywall, or you can only buy the kits on Everton, Everton's website or in the shops and all this kind of thing. I'm sick of that. Other clubs don't do that. They open themselves up. Or if they do put it behind the paywall or they have a channel, they have lots of content. So Man City charge £2 for their one, but they have loads and loads of content. and they have like their own behind the scenes documentary and all that kind of thing. So there you go.
Where are we? Gary Wood says, hello. Joe Max says, remember in the Martinez summer windows, our only main worries were getting Garber to sign a contract and waiting for the Lukaku press conference to start. And the best thing is, the 2 hour and 13 minute stream is still on Everton's YouTube feed. It's tremendous.
Incredible.
Great times.
Incredible.
Matthew Wilson says, evening lads. Liam Lennon Vaughan, what a name, says evening everybody. Kevin Blazatus says, honestly, it's impressive to be so incredibly slow on all facets of our business. Holgate still not confirmed anywhere. Outgoing seem far too early stages elsewhere to conduct our business. Any hope one of the three of you have all mentioned are even nominally closer? Well, the problem when you're negotiating for players is it's very difficult to go, yeah, this will happen tonight now, until they are booked in for the medical, until they're having the medical. And even then, I mean, it's just literally been mentioned there with Lukaku. Lukaku was done, the deal was done, the press was done, everything was done, and he was sat around waiting for Chelsea to fax the final agreement paper over. And was waiting for ages. These things can happen. Declan Rice, look at all the stuff that's just gone on with that. That was agreed. And then it was like, yeah, medical tomorrow. And he didn't have the medical for about another week until everything was agreed. So it isn't as quick as people think.
It's a lot of paperwork, isn't it?
There's loads of that stuff going on. Everton are working away on deals, apparently.
Maybe.
But I get people who are very, very cautious, and I get people who are very reluctant to give them the benefit of the doubt, because history has shown they haven't earned that trust. So we've just all judge it when it happens. Is all.
Maybe they've just run out of paper.
It could be.
You know,
it could be. Just depends. You know, Home Depot or whatever it's called. You know, might the paper factory or something might have had paper.
Everton send someone out to
buy
paper.
To buy it.
Down to go to Witness. To the retail park.
Went to PC World and speak to them. Were like, what? You don't sell paper?
No, but if you leave Finch Farm, it'd be quicker to go to Witness.
It would be quicker
because you
to
can
go
get
to
straight
Witness.
on the expressway. Yeah. The other way, you have to go all the way round. Because if you go out the top road, you can only go down. Be easier, honestly.
Maybe to Witness.
Honestly,
he got there and he didn't have the right paper. Don't
maybe.
Know. But
got a meal deal from Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, it was worth the trip.
Yeah,
it was worth the trip. Paul Galt says Alamaya's now saying 2 in, 2 out, very close. James Wallen says, I'm going to Prescott Cables versus Tranmere under 18s on Saturday.
You know
at 1 p.m. kickoff.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
Fair play. Is that a Prescott, is it? Fair play to you. Fair play to you. A lot of people enjoy that level of football. I played at Marine a couple of weeks ago on their pitch. Still feeling it. And it was a lovely little setup. Lovely little ground. You were there, obviously. You went to the Bisto outside to see Jamie Carragher.
He did. Sound, no?
And it's a lovely little ground. And a lot of these grounds are really nice and people just enjoy going. So fair play to you.
Max says, Baz, would you avoid academies aged 6 to 7? My lad was looked at by a Fleetwood scout at the weekend and was wondering if the 2 hour round trip 3 times a week would be worth it so young. I've heard you say before you wouldn't bother. Max, I can't tell you what to do with your child.
If it was your child?
If it was Zach, no, I wouldn't let him go. Yeah. But that is, I can't tell that for someone else.
No, but he's asking you if you.
I wouldn't take Zach on a 2 hour round trip.
I wouldn't take
3 times a week at that age. I really wouldn't. He obviously has got something there. If a scout had a look at him, which is great. It's about developing that now, isn't it? The thing I don't like, mate, is the pressure that is put on them so young. I don't think the kids can handle the pressure till they're about 15, to be perfectly honest with you. Because then they have it, can they be offered a contract and all that? Can they be kept on? Putting it on a kid that young, I think, is disgusting, really. But that's the way it's going.
Isn't it?
But it's up to you, Max. I can't tell you what to do. You do
like
what
I've told them. Though,
I haven't. You do
way.
What you know. Can your child, can your lad cope with that trip 3 times a week to there to go and have a game. It's 2-hour round trip, so an hour there. Then he gets out.
Can you cope with that?
Can you cope with it?
Can you cope with
being in traffic?
Would that put you on prep? Would that mean my cousin a few years back now? He was at Wrexham, and they were having to get him from Liverpool to Wrexham for 6 o'clock. So he'd finish school, and that's the worst traffic possible. You know, to try and get there for 6 o'clock, and in the end, he was just like, we can't do. I know it's only Wrexham, it's like we can't do this anymore.
When I was in first year or second year seniors. First year it was, because I was playing for Merseyside. When I was in that, Chester asked me to go down. And I had to be at Sealand Road at 4:30, I think it was. No, 5. It was 5 o'clock. But we finished school at 5 to 4. So my dad had to finish work early to take me like twice a week to Sealand Road to train. And it was a pain in the ass, the traffic, and into Chester city centre and all that, because you know where Sealand Road was right in.
It happened when...
And I loved training there. I enjoyed it, but sometimes I didn't want to go.
Yeah. It happened when I was at Southport. It was like training 6 o'clock. It was like, there's no chance I could get there. No. And in the end, he said, "Oh, don't worry about coming to training." But in the end,
you miss out.
I missed out. I didn't get re-signed because I wasn't one of the faces. No. I wasn't one of the lads who trained every week. No. So therefore, it was like by the end of the season, it was just like, well, you only played the games and you haven't, you know. Yeah. No. Rooney's mentioned it, though, wasn't he, in that interview? He said they asked him about Kai, and he said he's enjoying it because obviously he's at Man United. That's the most important thing. He's doing everything he can to try and have a career in football. That's not just him. My other children as well. He said they love the game, and my advice to any children is play to enjoy. There's that much pressure when you do get to professional level, and sometimes you forget why you're playing. You're playing because you love playing the game and you enjoy playing the game. As long as you're doing everything right to give yourself the best opportunity, then you never know. Young players develop at different times and in different ways. He's trying, he's giving it a go, and hopefully he can get to the level he wants. So there's Wayne Rooney saying, just enjoy it. Yeah. So if you're taking your lad, let's say, and there's pressure and he doesn't really like it, and you don't like it because of the travelling, it's probably not going to work, is it? It's not going to be an enjoyable thing. Whereas if you're training down whatever you're training at the moment, and he really loves it, and he loves it, so he's getting better and better. And that's all it is, isn't it? If you love something, you will get better because you'll love it so much that you'll find ways to get better at it. And you'll do everything then. But you don't ever want to make something a chore. No. Because what's the point? You know, someone said before about like on the 1 o'clock show saying about didn't like work. It's like just finish, just leave. Because a lot of people are doing that now. Just going, no, I'm leaving. That's why there's an exodus of doctors and nurses leaving the NHS, because they're just like, or teachers are the same. They're just like, we're not putting up with this anymore. We're young, we're intelligent, we've got a degree. We'll go and do something else.
My daughter's been in teaching.
Yeah, because it's crap.
She's working civil service. She's got, because there's too much pressure, not enough pay, not enough resources. So there. Michael says, Ped, mate, come on, you're forgetting they hate us. With regards to YouTube. Brad Hancock says, hello, can you just thank Ned Sheeran for bringing out Eminem the other night? Okay, just passing it on. Paul says, hope that's the kick colour. Steve P says, I had a nightmare the other night. We signed Che Adams. Woke up sweating. Jez says, it's not that nothing's happening. It's just a usual total lack of communication from the club. I realise they can't play their hand, but what's the point in changing the board if they tell us F all about anything? I hate loving the Blues when they treat us like shite. Yeah, communication is not great, and it always comes back to it, doesn't it?
It does always come back to it, doesn't it? Always comes back to it. Someone said there, Stephen Frankie says, Ped first Everton tattoo, any suggestions, NSNO, Tower, etc. I got the badge when my first one, which I might get redone actually. It's looking a bit tired. I think it needs a rework. I might ask Harry to do that for me when he comes in and tattoos Ned. Do you want you can do mine if you want. You can.
What tattoo are you getting, Ned?
So Harry, one of our Premier members,
Get him in before
tattoo artist, and he said he'd come in and tattoo Ned live on a show.
Be amazing.
So that'd be amazing, won't it? I mean,
let's get it done.
So if Harry wants to do mine as well, give mine a little bit of a lift. But I don't know, mate. Depends what you want. I'm not really that big on the old Ennis nil status thing. I'm not massive, but that's other people's. I've got one on my leg, and it's a big, massive like Everton badge with all kinds of like tribal stuff around it. I was going to ask Harry actually for just that new tower, that little plain tower, just a little one of them somewhere on me as well. So it depends what you want, whether you want a big tattoo, little tattoo, it's whatever. Thing about tattoos are, right, don't just like jump in and go, I want a tattoo, because you end up looking like Cam. You want something that means
That's a sound.
that you want something that means something to you, because it's there for the rest of your life. And the thing with Everton badges, they change the badges and all that kind of thing. So make sure you know what you want. Whatever's important to you. Like, you might look at like the 80s Everton badge and go, oh, I want that. But just get something that's important. It might just be the tower, and just get that.
It's always good to like, because we as humans always go through phases, don't we? It's like, oh, I like those trainers, I really like them, I'm gonna buy them. Then like a couple of years later, it's like, why did I wear them? But if you've wanted like something for a while, like a tattoo or a certain thing, and you still want it years later, like I have with Nil Satsness Optimism, then it's not gonna be like a phase thing or a regret.
You should have Dream Pond tattooed on you, I think.
No, I've always wanted a Les Paul
Tattooed on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've always wanted Nil Satsness Optimism.
Okay.
But the
Pick
Nil
one then.
Satsness Optimism is the one that I want Harry to do.
Sorry, but tattoos on the leg is not wall behaviour. It's just not wall behaviour at all. Sorry. Lots of people have.
I think I've always thought I'm a bit too skinny for tattoos, but
What do you think? Do you think the needle's going to go through you?
no, I just mean like wouldn't suit them. Like when Cam was really, really skinny,
Yeah,
it was
well,
like,
Cam's still
he was like-
really,
looked
really
like
skinny.
pencil, but
He's still
but
really
he's filled
skinny.
out a lot now.
No, I
But
wouldn't.
I'm a fat bitch now, so I'll easily have a tattoo.
You could have your nipples tattooed.
But just like yolk around them.
Yo. Let's move on.
Kev Murphy says, Ped, everything you're saying is correct. It's the little things, especially with the white shite, he must have said, we've had to put up with the last few years. Again, it's about connecting with the fans. They haven't a clue. Mark Jones says, we're slowly getting linked with worse and worse players the longer this window is open. We'll end up with another Rondon or Mopai. We'll get a grip. Cornelius says, I'd take Dia and Boniface without a shadow of a doubt. Still doesn't address the winger problem, which could be made worse if Gray leaves. I don't think his sale would ease our financial concerns. Don't know. RLG Trading says it baffles me that Bramley Moore's only going to be 14,000 more capacity than Goodison Park. Just saying. Yeah. Blue Cali says no one at the club that is in decision-making positions has common sense, though, Ped. Martin says, usually looking forward to the new season at this stage of the summer, but really enjoying no football. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we always say pre-season's the best time. Can't get beat. And you just go,
When you can't get beat.
yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? It's not meaningful, is it? Just go, who cares? Bobby says, if only the 115 people in the media department could come up with such great visionary idea. Dan says, we had to go to YouTube to watch the last game anyway.
Yeah.
The
thing about it is, though, it's not the 115 people who make the decision. It's normally
Yeah.
like one person who makes the decision, or two people make a decision. The 115 people or whatever just do their job. That's the thing. They just do what they're told. You know, it's not open for debate, is it? If they have a strategy and that's the strategy they've decided, then that comes down to 2 or 3 people. It doesn't come down to that many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
The perfect example is Mashiri doesn't listen to people who probably know better. in certain
Those decisions
areas.
don't get to Mashiri, though.
Yeah, it's an analogy though.
No,
and it
but-
probably
no, but
happens throughout the club.
Those decisions don't get to
And
Mashiri.
it's as if people won't listen to people who know better than them in certain areas just because they're below them in terms of job titles. It'd be like me saying, Baz, we should do this really cool edit, like colour temperature thing in a video. This is why it'll make it better. And Baz goes, oh, no, because I'm your boss. And
Are you saying you know more than Baz does?
well, that's why I'm the video editor. Because I'm the video editor in the room. Otherwise, Baz would be the video editor, wouldn't he?
I mean, essentially, it's just your job.
Well, yeah, there you go. But if I gave you advice on video editing, you'd take it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't go on.
I'm not sure I'd take it, but it is just your
I'd
job.
listen to you.
Yeah.
Jay says,
It's like me taking Lewis Hamilton for a drive, and then going, and then him telling me something about driving and going, hang on, mate, who's driving here, lad? It's the same, innit?
Oh, well, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
He just went, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Cables are at home. They just had a refit in their bar.
nice.
In their bar.
Good little ground. Good little area. Prescott's got a good area, especially when Ned's playing it.
Jay said they thought Ned was the bear from Bow Selector for a minute there. Remember that little bear? It was horrible, wasn't it? The glasses on. That's brilliant. That was funny. That bear. It was horrible.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's a good one, Jay. That is a good one.
Tremendous, Jay.
Steve P says, Milos Kerkez at Bournemouth has annoyed me. I'm not going to lie. Been watching him the past year. You can tell how good he's going to be. Guarantee goes for big money in a couple of years. And the fact they got him for less than we paid for Michalenko is criminal. That was definitely a parting gift from Benitez, that. It happens, Steve. It happens, mate. We've just let's see what happens. We've just got to do what we can do, that's all. Kevin Thelwell, who's asking us for advice, says, if you could sign only one player from now on, who would it be?
From now on?
Like, just for the rest of the summer. If you only have one player that you could bring in this summer, who would it be?
Lukaku. You asked me, so I provided it. What's he doing now?
I'm going Boniface.
Fair enough.
Steve Kelly says get involved in the comments on more than a game as well. It also helps. It does, Steve. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm going to do a check. Let's see if people have been over and subscribed.
On my glasses.
Let's have. Yeah, we've had not many though. So get over there and subscribe right now, please. Thank you. Come on. Thank you very much. Blue Cali says Macheri is recouping money back before selling when the stadium is done. We're not still in FFP issues. It's all a smokescreen. FFP works in 3-year rolling cycles. Yeah, but
I think it's actually money we don't have,
it's
though.
not just that, though. The 3-year rolling cycles are all, you're always in a 3. It's not 3 years, then it's not. Then it's 3 years. You have 3 years, then 1 year drops off and the next year comes on. That's how it works. If it was 3 years, then naught, and then 3 years again, you'd be sound. It doesn't work like that. So there is FFP issues regardless. Michael Lowe says, as long as Bill Kenwright and Macheri are there, even though I'm paraphrasing there, my confidence remains an all-time low. Fair enough. The Bobby says they put enough on YouTube to make money from putting the games on. The club are backwards. Anthony Young said, guys, are you not fit enough to play in our squad? Let's face it, we can't do any worse.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Pedal do it. I'll coach. I'm happy to just, or a sub last 10, stay in the box. I'll just go full like Rondon. Just sit in the, not move, and just wait for the ball to drop. I'll still score. Matt says it's strange how some fan channels have a better grip on reaching a membership or fan base than the multi-million-dollar professional sports establishments. That's mad, isn't it? Chris Lambert says doing all 3 away games, can't wait. That's right, Chris. Enjoy. Wayne says evening both being in Tenerife for a week. What have I missed? Guessing nothing. Ashley Young signing, you missed that. That was last Wednesday, was it? So you've missed that one. We won a game on Friday. You missed that one. Katia Kuyati, like somersaults. You missed that.
That was tremendous.
That was good.
That was the
There you
best
go.
thing.
Ty Harrison says, heard you talking about Gareth Ainsworth, about his hair. He's the lead singer in an INXS tribute band.
Again, special moments.
Yeah. Tremendous moments. The Blues are fuming that there was 400 plus viewers and there wasn't 100 likes at that stage. It has crept over the 100, but the viewers have gone up. So hit the like button while you're there. He says it's a snide percentage. That fair play, not my words. That was the words of the Blues. They're there for you all to say. Kev says, Bazped, I know you can't say public, but have you heard we're working on players behind the scenes? Yes, but again, it's got to be a pinch of salt on it, because until they're over that line, what can you do? You're getting told stuff. Oh yeah, this is happening. That's that. Well, where is it? Let's show me evidence that it's a bit closer than what it was 3 days ago when you were working on it. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Blue Cali says, Kevin Thelwell, stop messaging on here and get your job done. Fair play. Fair play. Matt Sumner says, with Alan Myers saying possibly 3 in and 3 out, are you not worried we're still short on numbers?
Yeah, massively short on numbers. Massively short. But what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah.
Liam saying, just signed up to Apple TV. Can't get my head around the MLS thing. It says subscribe, even though I got 6 months free going to watch the wrap-up show after you lads is off. Right, you've subscribed to Apple, but you have to subscribe to the MLS as well. So you have to. There's another one, but on the top there's a tab and it says MLS. You go on that. There's free stuff. If you want to get MLS as well, you'll actually have to pay for that, rather than just getting the Apple for free.
But you can get MLS 360 free.
But there's loads of stuff on it for free. Loads of games. The challenge thing was on last night for free. I don't know whether the All-Star game's free tonight, but there's lots on it for free. So you'd have to make your mind up whether... It depends what they do. They might go, we'll leave all the messy stuff for free, get people in, try and get them signed up. What they want is people to sign up to Apple first of all, and then sign up to MLS. Because ultimately, all it is to get people to sign up to Apple, really. That's what the whole MLS thing's for. Because anyone who's got a season ticket for an MLS team gets the MLS stuff for nothing. And that's probably most of the people who watch. So, yeah, that's the first thing.
It's bosh. I mean, I am subscribed to the MLS League thing, but it is bosh. And... it's worth it. And but if you don't want to do that, like Ped said, they do have games on the free bit just on Apple TV and MLS 360, which is on like on a Saturday night when it's like they're basically doing it from the studio, but they have all the goals as they happen. Yeah. Goals come up, it's brilliant, and when they have chances, they discuss it. It's really good. That's free. That's free for you to watch. So it's defo. It's sound.
That's safe.
That is safe. You've got that.
Take that off,
You've got that. Mike Cosgrove says, breaking news, Everton have just bid £5.65 paid over 5 years for Haaland, just waiting for a response back from Man City.
It's like the Shearer deal.
I think so. It feels like it. The Blues talking about Max's son says, just get him enjoying his football, keep him confident and he'll thrive. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's what it's about. Ginello says, did you lads ever get to watch Zola and Vialli live? Yes. Also, who have been your favourite players from other teams to watch live? Yeah, I've seen Zola and Vialli loads of times. Fantastic. Zola was incredible. Favourite player from other teams? I've appreciated loads of boss players that other teams have had.
Paul Scholes was great.
Scholes was incredible. That United team. Ronaldo was good, to be fair. Rooney for United was good. I think just off the top of my head. Ginola when he was at Spurs and Newcastle was brilliant. Gascoigne, Beardsley at Newcastle, Andy Cole.
Apparently,
all of them, loads of them.
Henderson's agreed.
If they found a bid now.
Yeah, loads. I mean, there was like, when's Latin time for United? I couldn't wait to watch Latin.
Yeah.
Got to see, obviously, Ronaldo. As I said, likes of Scholes. You used to take it for granted, didn't you? You used to take it for granted when these players were playing. We were watching these players every week. Some of the biggest names in football ever. I mean, we've spoke loads of times.
Ruud Gullit.
Some of the players
Tremendous.
Yeah, that was at Ruud Gullit's debut at Stamford Bridge.
0-0,
yeah, 95, 96 season.
Who would you say out of the modern day play?
Sorry, what?
If you say like best players you stay alive, you're always going to say players who are already retired, but out of modern day players.
Now.
That's maybe why maybe underappreciate players. Because I always watch Harry Kane, think
Kevin De Bruyne.
He always destroys us every time.
Kevin De Bruyne.
The whole City team.
Yeah.
I told you, Mo Salah, when they beat us 4-1, that night was unbelievable. I looked at him and it wasn't even the goal. He scored that goal with Seamus' mistake. It was his touch, it was his movement. It's just things that he was doing dead natural that because we're crap, you notice.
It's very difficult sometimes when you're playing these teams to stop and appreciate them because all you want to do is get the better of them, obviously. So but I remember I've said this loads of times. We were playing Man United at home and we were 3-0 up at half time, and I was with me cousin, and I just said, no, for the second half, I said, just watch ball, because he was centre midfielder, and just watch Paul's goals for the inside half. I mean, we got it back to 3-3, and then they beat us 4-3 in the last minute. But I just watch Paul's goals, because it was amazing. We've had the likes of Thierry Henry, the likes of Hazard,
Dennis Bergkamp,
Drogba was always
Drogba. These players, you know, you're watching
amazing football.
You watch. I know sometimes you go, oh, wish I was watching, you know, Spanish league or blah blah blah.
DDA Drogba.
We've had some tremendous players.
Arjen Robben, Van Persie. There's been
Cantona.
There's been some Andrei Kanchelskis against us and for us. Incredible players. Like you say now, you look at it and you go,
Palmer.
Gareth Bale, brilliant. Harry Kane's unbelievable, by the way, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Haaland, unbelievable. So watch them like the
Fjortov.
Jan Ager, Fjortov.
It is always players that more often
Didn't he score his first goal
you
against
don't
us?
expect a surprise. I remember, it's just so many, when players come and you go, he's really good in, but they're just like...
It's not why it is, isn't it? Genuinely, because we watch crap every week.
Yeah.
That's what it is, honestly.
Like even
why when we signed Hammers and the level was
and
level was
suddenly
just
all good players.
Yeah.
They're
But you're looking at him, and that's what I was saying about Salah that night. Like Liverpool, like Gerrard was a brilliant footballer, wasn't he? Whether Fernando Torres was brilliant. When you watch Salah that night, it just stood out for me like a sore thumb. Like he could do things none of our players could do.
Yeah.
They hit one ball, I can't remember if it was Henderson or Van Dijk hit a ball to him, and he just took it with the outside of his foot and never stopped. Like he didn't. It was like the ball just stopped. He was like looking at it, and I was like, we'd all be up clapping because someone could control a football. I can control. You can smash a ball to me 50 yards and I'll kill it within 1 second. And I see Everton players struggle to control a football, and I'm like, you do this every day. This is your job, and yet you make playing football do. Everton players at times make passing a ball from me to you difficult, and I'm just like, what the? But when you see these players, when United beat us 2-1, the last game of the season, and we were going for Europe, and we were all right. We had a decent team. We were winning actually. Then Kevin Campbell scored early on. Beckham scored a free kick. We got beat 2-1, and Paul Scholes was in the centre, and he was unbelievable that day.
Remember Beckham's goal?
Unbelievable, the free kick. I didn't think he'd done the splits on the line.
In the corner, but Richard Wright just like, I don't know what he did.
Went to
he just sat down. He sat down and then looked up into the corner. Oh yeah,
but them plays are unbelievable.
It is crazy how like we'll sit there and go, we watch the teams like Wolves and Leeds and teams like that, and absolutely crap, but they just look like so much fitter and so much faster.
Look like a team.
They look so much more dangerous.
We've just been, if you think it isn't difficult to understand why we're where we are, and when you look at how many managers, I'm not saying we should have kept loads of managers and we've sacked them for no reason, but when you look at how much churn there's been since Managerial come in, Marcos, we had Martin, forget Martin was going, but we had Ronald Koeman, Unsworth had it for a bit, Allardyce, Marco Silva, Carlo Ancelotti, Rafa Benitez, Frank Lampard, and we're on to Sean Dyche, right? 8 managers, permanent. Dunk's had a go as well, 7 permanent managers and a couple of caretaker managers. Chopping with players and money going. It's not difficult when you actually think about it to go, if I'm a manager and I go into a football club, you look and go, I don't like him. He's not good enough for me. Immediately you do it. Done it with coaching the kids. You look and you go, we need someone better there. We need him better there. We need that kid there better. That needs to be better. That's at a kid's level. Imagine being a professional. So you go in and in your ideas are in your mind and you go, right, I want to do this. And you're looking and going, he can't do that, what I need. He can't do what I need. He can't do what I need. And all of a sudden your mind then is flipped to, I need 6 or 7 here just to start this off. But ideally, I probably want 10, 11 new players in this squad, if not more. And that's your thinking immediately. But you're never in. Now, that's fine if you're going to be given 3 years and you stay for 3 years. You can turn it then over a bit of time. We have managers who come in for... Frank Lampard was a year, wasn't it? In fact, it was less than a year. Just less than a year he had. But Rafa Benitez had, 6 months or something, 7 months. Carlo was here 18 months. Marco was here
18
months. Koeman was here just over a year, 15 months. Allardyce was here for 6 months. Going back, You do unbelievable if it. We've said many times. Be amazing if we have a manager that gets 2 pre-seasons. Frank had 1. Benitez had 1. Carlo had 1. Marco had 2, didn't he? And then he was sacked, which is amazing. We've had 1 in the last 4 managers have had 2 pre-seasons. Dyche will do well to get a pre-season. Means we've done all right. That's what you want him to be able to have. Another pre-season means he's done okay. When you do it like that, it's no wonder we've got so many players that don't fit and haven't fitted, and the quality's got worse and worse because we keep having to spend money on managers. We spent 100 million, I think, on managers and coaching staff in that time. 100 million. So a quarter of that, say, would have been like a natural thing for managers, which means 75 million could have gone on players, better players. And it hasn't. It's gone out the door with managers. It's walked out the door. And that is why Everton are shite, basically. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to More Than a Game, please. Big interview at 7 o'clock on Inside the Game. Check that one out. Spaceface 2000 says, "Hi guys, do we know if Gray is going? Let's hope he does, as the money would help." I think he's gonna go.
I think with a year left of his contract, I know they can make it another year after that, but yeah, I think he'll go. Yeah,
I think between 12 and 15 million we'll get for him.
That'd be nice.
That's what I think. That's what Everton will look for. I think they'll get him. They'll go for that. Max, just in regards to Max and his lad, says, do your own due diligence. Try the drive, visit the place, speak to the coaches, and try to get other people's experiences before ruling it out altogether.
ruining
his life. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Mark Burton says, MSP, Mashiri's saving plan. Fair play, could be. Matt Powell says, I can speak being an educator, wouldn't recommend it to anyone right now. Is that like academies and stuff, does he mean?
No, I think he means as a teacher.
Oh, as a teacher, sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, I know, mate. It's just the cutting, aren't they? And it's grim. It is grim. Danny Cathcart says, join Premier, loving the extra content. It's money well spent. Thank you very much, Danny. Thanks for the support, mate. Much appreciated. Samuel Thorndale says, lots of doctors here in Britain are going to places like Australia and New Zealand due to pay as well now. Yeah. Anthony Young says, Ped, is it true you're Ned's dad? He's his dad in the studio. We like to think of it that way.
What?
Well, no, could be a little bit. I'd have to call me as a social worker to come back out of retirement to solve the altercations that go on in here. Tony Fielding says that quarterback documentary is ace. I watched it all over the weekend. Patrick Mahomes is a phenomenon and his work rate and attitude are great. His house is also massive. I
do want to watch that because I do like sports documentaries.
You do, yeah.
But I've been caught up in other TV shows, namely The Bear, which is amazing. Everyone should watch The Bear. It's absolutely amazing. I'm spreading the word of the show. It's amazing. 1883, which I'm enjoying also.
Okay.
And I watched all of those. I watched 3 of the Sixth Amendment last night, which
okay.
you should watch.
No, you know what? I've seen it advertised, Timothy Spall, in it.
Really good.
I think it was really good.
No, it is. It's good. Really sad. Really like proper sad story though. I know, but it's sad and angry. Gets you angry, so you have to watch it.
I don't know. I'm watching Heat. I'm watching Heat at the moment with Danny Dyer.
How?
Don't know.
Please explain to me how you can watch that.
It was all right. First episode.
I know you shouldn't be watching things. You've got so much choice.
No.
How did that pass the 10-minute rule?
I know, but
how have you done that?
I don't know.
It's Danny Dyer.
No, it's all right. It's in Australia.
A non-comedic.
It's in Australia. It's all right. The Blues says, does that mean you're better than our players, Baz? Better than some of them at controlling a football, not actually playing football.
Baz.
Astro is fine, by the way.
Astro's
absolutely
honestly,
fine. It's good
great.
that people are asking.
Honestly, he's great.
Yeah, he's just busy.
He's having a bit of time away from stuff because he's got a lot going on in his life. Honestly, I talk to him every single day. He's having a great time. Honestly. He's having a great time. Not as good as Paul Machin in the other studio, who sounds like he's orgasming to a Liverpool friendly. Honest to God.
Oh, I forgot they're playing.
What did you think he was doing?
I thought he was playing games. Are they winning 7-0 or something?
No, he just makes...
What about Bayern, who won 27-0 last night?
Does it really matter? They were playing like a...
No, but it's the 3rd season on the run they've played this team.
That's why they keep going back. Imagine the confidence levels.
The aggregate score is 72-0.
we should look to play them
He
then.
played Erding and they've done us no good.
You say that.
No good.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Where are we? I'm Brian, says it, and so's my wife. Says it, do we know when Branthwaite and Garner are back in training, or is that already? It's next week. Next week. Which is a bit disappointing. Because
bit of Neil.
it is a bit of Neil, because if you're them two players, you're already at a disadvantage.
Are you though?
Well, yeah, because Everton have played 3 games next week.
And gone.
Neil Point.
And
He's got it.
He's got it. It's arrived. And gone.
The pigeon.
And gone. Right.
Yeah, come on.
They literally.
What was Neil Poynton's nickname, Ned?
Pointy.
Pointy. That's boss.
I love you,
That
Ned.
no, why it's called Pointy?
Because
He was a vampire hunter.
He was.
He was a vampire
That's what
hunter.
did you know that when he finished playing football?
Became a vampire
He
hunter.
became a vampire hunter.
Him and Matt Letitia.
Why were they in like the Twilight or something?
No.
We were in
No,
Twilight.
he became a vampire hunter.
Yeah. Pointy.
Don't forget, he was a footballer when they finished. They had to get jobs.
Yeah.
Not
And
like
there was
now.
a lot of vampires.
He
around
became
the
a
time.
vampire.
I blame Michael Jackson for that because of Thriller. So those two players played in the Premier League. Oh, sorry, Branthwaite played in Holland.
Yeah.
Then they had a couple of weeks off. Then they played in a tournament.
No one know.
And they've had a couple of weeks off.
No one know.
I think
Right.
they'll be all right.
But they're not. Neither of them are established, are they?
No.
And therefore, you want to play in these games so that. Okay.
Did he play for City? That doesn't surprise me.
What's that?
He played for City.
You still don't know
I
what.
bet Kendall took him as well.
I
Didn't he?
bet you still don't know what his
He
nickname
took
is.
everybody to Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took
And they made
everyone.
them good. And then he
You
come
still
back to
not
Everton.
know what his nickname was.
Neil.
It was Pointy. What are you on about?
Okay, Ned. Nearly. It's nearly. Yeah.
I'm Brian, and so's my wife. Says, would you be disappointed if our next signing through the door wasn't a forward, was say like a keeper, or would you just be happy to see us doing business? I think we need a forward player next. I think it calm everyone
Shit's
down.
real now, isn't it?
Know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Need players in.
Yeah.
Stuff's got real. Need players in.
Kevin Murphy said, I went to see Rooney's Champions League debut. Wow. Yeah, got a hat trick. Got a hat trick, didn't he?
Yeah.
Max there says, as a kid, I always loved watching Tony Adams come to Goodison. He was like a magnet for the ball. He was a big.
Did he enjoy the ball though?
Enjoy the ball.
That's the question,
like
isn't
that? When he's dancing.
it? Why isn't he in charge of why hasn't he gone to Saudi?
Yeah.
He'd be amazing, wouldn't he?
And he's just done Strictly Come
Because he
Dancing as well.
doesn't need the language. He's got the natural language of dance.
dance.
You know what I mean?
God, absolutely.
He's still saying Pointy. What's going on?
That was his nick.
Isn't it named Disser?
Yes. Yes, 4 hours late. Matthew Ranson says, great video again, lads.
Tremendous, Ned.
Sambo said, can't believe Thierry Henry didn't get a mention.
We
He
did-
he
I
did. No, these will be like just behind.
We've got time gaps here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thierry Henry. I used to love
Henry was unbelievable.
against Carragher. Oh, it was like a joy, wasn't it?
He did give Jamie Carragher a bit of
You
a
give
tough
him
time.
nightmares.
Yeah. Zola did that one at Stamford Bridge when he sent him the shot 4 times.
I couldn't get near him. It was just like,
Not a boot.
1 minute he'd be here, the next minute he'd be a room and he'd be gone.
Remember
Shut
that
up.
back heel? Where the ball came into him, he just held it up and they just went.
The Blues says Hazard always mesmerised me. I've barely seen anyone carry a team like he did. James says Shearer at Blackburn. Sean says Janino at Middlesbrough. He was good, Janino.
Didn't
The Blues said Carlton Palmer.
he did, no, that's because I said Carlton.
Oh,
Palmer.
you said Carlton
I
Palmer.
said
Big Carlton.
Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mo Salah says Rubens.
That's a
The
son.
Blues says Suarez.
That's a
Suarez was
It
brilliant.
is. Cole Palmer is Carlton Palmer.
Yes, Carlton
No,
Palmer.
it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Why
All right.
wouldn't it be?
All right.
No, it's not.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because I know he's not.
That's
Why
what he
wouldn't it-
called
so-
him, Cole. So his initials are C. Palmer, the same as him.
Why would he be brought up in Manchester then? Carlton Palmer never.
Hang on. No, don't say nothing. Where's Carlton Palmer from, Ned?
Um,
Where's Carlton Palmer from?
I don't know.
So why wouldn't he
I know
be
he played
brought?
for England.
Why wouldn't he be brought up in Manchester?
He played for England, so that means
Do you know who he played for?
City,
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield quite close to Manchester. So why wouldn't Cole Palmer be? Why wouldn't he be brought up in Manchester? Cole Palmer isn't in Manchester. He's just outside Manchester, towards
why-
Sheffield. So why?
Why would he? Why would he
Exactly. Come on, mate. Andre Arshivan says Deathco. Yeah, seen him play for. Zenit against Everton as well. Everton were after him before Arsenal. What a surprise. Roberto Martinez says, at this point, I'd take a 35-year-old Nicholas Bentner on a pay-as-you-play.
Would you though?
Possibly. Muzzy is it, says
I tell you
Sambo.
what, can I just intervene?
Patrick
here?
Vieira. Naughty.
Everton Academy, Everton are playing Forest Green tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
21. Yeah.
Right. Can I just name the Forest Green team for you?
Of course you can.
Okay. Here's the team. Trialist A, Trialist B, Mackenzie, Trialist C, Trialist D, Bennett, Trialist E, Bell, Carter, Trialist F, Trialist G. There you go. That is the team. And the irony is, every single player on the bench is a person, like a real person that they know and they've got the name of them. Yet they somehow got A to G of trialists, which is incredible news.
Cole Palmer's off Kittian descent.
He's what, sorry?
He's of Kittian descent.
Kittian descent. He's from, his dad's a cat.
Always Saint Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah.
He's not Carlton Palmer's
So
son.
why can't he be Carlton Palmer's son?
Because he's not.
Why don't we use his dad?
You can't just claim someone's your son. That's illegal. Kidnap.
It's illegal to claim someone's your son.
What if he? Hang
Why
on.
can't he be his dad? Because
Well, why can't he be his dad? What
Why-
if he had adopted them?
he didn't.
But how do you know
Why
that?
can't you be my dad?
I could be your dad if I
Because
adopted
I've already
you.
got a dad.
But if your dad decided to move to Spain and get a pond and said, I don't want to be your dad anymore and divorced you as a child, I could say, I'll adopt you and I'll be your dad.
Oh, I don't want you to.
You
But
don't,
that's fine.
You don't know that Carlton
But you
Palmer
don't
hasn't
know.
done that with
You
Cole.
don't know that Cole Palmer's real dad didn't leg it when we went for a pint of milk when he was 3. Carlton came in and said, I'll be your dad's son. And he went, but you're going to have to... I'm marrying your mum, and our name's now Palmer,
I
and
know
your
he's
name's
not.
Palmer.
I know he's not.
But how
I
do
didn't
you
say
know?
he can't.
How do you know that?
Because it's just common knowledge.
But it's not common knowledge.
It is.
So who's his dad?
Nobody. It's just some random guy from Saint Kitts.
So hang on, you're saying Cole Palmer's dad's just a random fella. Would you say that Cole Palmer's face?
Yeah.
Would you say your dad's just a random fella?
Yeah.
Why
It
would
is,
you
'cause
do
he's
that?
just a random
Why would you do that?
Because we're all just random fellas, unless we're professional football
Innocent
players.
fellas.
That's terrible.
He's a
You
random
just
fella.
basically said that your dad's random.
I'd rather my dad be random than Carlton Palmer.
Carlton Palmer's amazing.
Have you just said you'd rather your dad was
No, I said
randy?
he's amazing. He's a great fella.
He was in the official England's worst 11 ever.
So what?
But that's better than you. Surely that's better than your dad, who's not in any England 11.
My dad's in my 6-a-side team sometime. and he's all right.
That's fine.
Really, no one's said Big Steve O'Lamb ain't good.
Yeah.
You're saying it.
Yesterday, you were getting him sacked, and you were
Yeah.
getting him moving to Spain.
Yeah.
You were getting him
To
moving
run a
out.
pub.
You were
The
getting him
fella doesn't
moving
even
out.
wanna run a
and
pub.
you said he was getting an Alsatian that would have to live upstairs in the flat in Spain.
All I'm saying is Carlton Palmer could be Cole Palmer's dad, but he's not.
Okay.
But how do you know that he's not?
Because I know people. Like I know that he's not your dad as well.
That doesn't make any sense. My second name's not Palmer.
So, doesn't matter.
But it's
you
a-
still could be his son.
But
I
Right,
more-
let's move on. Let's move on. Ginello says, so lucky you get to watch that quality. My best was Giovinco at Toronto. He destroyed.
Giovinco was good.
He was good.
He was good.
Giovinco was good. Dan says, remember being a Goodison when Arsenal basically played the reserves in the cup? Yeah. Beat us 4-1, didn't he? McPartland gets sent off. That the one?
By the-
that M1-0. He battered us. Stingy up front scored. Who broke Eduardo? Was it Eduardo?
Yeah, probably. By the way, we know Carlton Palmer's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he can't live in Manchester.
Yeah. It's all a ruse. We know. Ned eventually got there, didn't he?
Oh, I knew the whole time they weren't related.
Yeah, absolutely you did. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, you straight away, you knew.
Absolutely, you know.
It's all good.
It is amazing.
It's just a bit of
It's amazing.
banter.
68% of you are going to Wigan.
Fair play. Stephen Lee says I'd have Moyes back in a heartbeat, just my opinion. He's done so well over time when we had no money.
Why
Imagine
you
what he could have done with money.
Why's your camera off?
Someone called me a grizzly bear.
So
The bear out of both selector. It's amazing. He wasn't grizzly.
Sat here looking like a bloody bear.
You looked at picture. It's him, isn't it?
No, it's not.
There's nothing wrong with
Can
that.
you zoom in on that?
No, no, I can't. And I won't.
Cole Palmer's dad is Roger Palmer.
Yeah.
He's played for
Good
Oldham.
old Big Rog. Yeah,
He's played for
he
Oldham.
knows that, yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, for God's sake. Now he's going to say no. He isn't really.
You just keep lying.
Is
You
it
know Cole Palmer's real dad was Robert Palmer.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
The lights are on,
No one's home.
but you're home.
Your
You're
mind.
mine.
It's not your own.
You're home.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel Thorndle. To be honest, I'm only messing. No, his mum is though, and this is 100% accurate. Patsy Palmer.
Yeah.
That's his mum.
Who is a DJ in LA now?
Yeah,
That's
she is.
true.
And she's moved, and Cole lives with a thingy family now.
His dad's actually Andy Cole.
Yeah. And they just threw Palmer in as a nickname.
No, that's his mum's.
the mum. So it's Cole Palmer.
Palmer.
His real name's Dave.
It is. It's Dave,
It's Dave
Cole Palmer,
Palmer.
but he can't be asked having a really long. Man City were like,
He wasn't on a hyphenated
that's
name.
too much.
So he's just gone with Palmer. But fair play to him.
His mum was called Don't Like Her Palmer.
What does that mean from me?
Don't like a Palmer.
Palmer.
I honestly don't know. I don't know what's
You
happening.
are the funniest man on earth. It's amazing.
Don't get the Robert Palmer. Google Robert Palmer, said singer.
Oh
You
my
know,
God. I don't even know what. Sometimes his links are amazing.
Yeah.
Matthew Ranson says Newcastle are close to a deal with Harvey Barnes.
Yeah,
They are. Ross Barkley, I'd take on a free at this rate, says Jedi.
He's working hard. He's training hard. Get on his Instagram. He's training hard. He was on a bike the other day, cycling.
Why
With all
wouldn't
the
he be?
gear on, though. It was
Why
bosh.
wouldn't he be?
Oh, bosh.
Dakota Sweet said
Oh, the lad he was on.
this is some of the funniest TV I've ever
No, you
had.
won't-
Love it.
I'm
Pissing
not being
myself
funny.
laughing.
This is absolutely nothing compared to yesterday's Live at 5 on Toffee TV Premier. It was
Celtic. Oh, this is a classic.
unbelievable. Go on.
Celtic Fate says Laura is Cole's mother. Did you ever watch Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks,
Laura
yeah.
Palmer. Tremendous. Anthony Young says, Ned, you could be on the comedians. Ruben says his brother is Kiki Palmer. There you go. What's happened to Ned Cam?
Yeah.
Brian Bullshit.
Someone called him a specky bear or
Called
something.
me a specky bear.
You do look
Switch
a bit
it on.
like that bear. It was tongue in
Remember it?
cheek. It was a
Oh.
playful thing.
He's a playful little bear.
Shouldn't
no-
have sense off the comments on my looks have been negative.
Ned, you are bossing it with those glasses on, lad.
It was a playful thing. Don't
Ned,
get
you're bossing it.
upset.
In fact, I think our new nickname for you should be Winksy.
Enjoy the pub. Enjoy the gigs. Ryan should be.
No, sorry, no.
No thanks.
Let's leave that there. Stephen Lee said his dad was Bruce Lee.
Hmm?
And we can't
I can't.
argue with that.
No.
We cannot argue with that. I mean, he was born in 1987. That might be an issue. But whatever. They might have frozen his...
Stan Smith says great selector. They're both selector. Great
Stan
shout.
Smith.
Even.
Love your trainees, by the way.
Yeah, tremendous. Steve P says, can I send a copy of Control to the studio for you and Ped to play? Do it, man.
I don't
Do it.
think we'll play it, though, together.
Imagine playing it live in here.
I've still got to get through Alan Wake.
Yeah. Sleeps.
By the way, I'm in a forest. I'm in a forest.
You're not stuck in that forest.
No, you're just always in a forest in the game.
Where you're at, you've got to get through to I can't tell you.
I know, but I've got to the radio station, and I'm currently trying to get between. I think I'm trying to get from the radio station and get past the police. I think. Hang on, where was I? I've just got off the bridge.
Okay. Yeah. The
Where all
bridge. I
things
can
are
see the
flying at
bridge.
your head,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is better than those weird ghostly things
No,
coming
they're
at you.
horrible. Mate. They're horrible.
Yeah.
They're
He's
horrible.
a bit of an idiot though, Alan, isn't he?
Oh my God, what happened was this guy was chasing me and I didn't like it, and my wife, someone kidnapped her, and it was all very strange, and I had to write a book, and what's going on with my voice?
Shut up, Alan, you tit.
Why does he keep
good,
talking
though.
in third person?
It's,
know.
It's good, though.
No, and there was a woman, and there was no real island there, and what happened was, some in band camp,
He sounds like Believe the Perp Connection.
Do me a favour, right? 60. He does sound like the Perp Connection, to be fair. 67 need it for 7,000 on more than a
Come
game.
on.
Come on, just
Come
go and subscribe
on.
to it. Thank you very much.
Come on, we are giving you this quality content.
Beautiful
with literally
people.
nothing to work with.
Yeah, come on.
Like Everton aren't doing anything,
Nothing.
and we're having to come up
I
with
want
this
200
content.
likes on this, and I want 67 of you to quickly just go and subscribe
Do
to
we?
More Than a Game channel now.
Even
Thank
if it
you very
means you have
much.
to
Right.
start maybe 2 or 3 new YouTube accounts.
Yeah, Joel Harrison says, looking handsome today, Ned. There you go.
Too late.
Right, Anthony Young. Ned will be at the Grapes on Mathew Street
He will.
at 6 o'clock on Friday night.
Is it
He's
6?
gone.
6
He's gone
o'clock?
full in. He's gone full in. He's gone hardcore. He's gone Mathew Street. He's starting the party. Not like, remember, like we used to have like the adverts on the radio for like, we're getting the party going. Lee Butler,
Yeah,
051. But first, he'll be in
Wherever.
Slater's. Ned's getting the party started. He's the opening act.
He's the man. Go and support him.
Go and
Mathew
support
Street
him.
Friday. If you
Matthew-
work in town and you
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, get yourself there and give him a
Honestly,
little. Ned'll be there.
Booming, graduation.
It's going to be booming. So you got to get your seat early.
Get yourself
Gonna play all
sorted.
the favourite.
Oh, he's playing all the favourites.
All the favourites.
All the
Like,
favourites.
that is-
Favourite. Bonnie Ver.
No, you're not playing
No.
Bon Iver.
You'll never get asked back, mate.
All the favourite classics.
Don't play.
Don't play
Talk
anything
tonight.
sad, mate.
Don't play Talk Tonight.
I never do live. I know what I'm doing. I'm
Just
fucking
play good.
You
Yeah,
say that,
yeah.
Ned. So why did you turn up at Premier Nights then and go, I want all you to be depressed. La 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 la. Just
sorry.
like me
They
while
were
I'm
just
wearing my
before.
vest. La 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 la
Talk
la
tonight.
la 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 la. I had to
was
pot
just for
noodle
Michael.
for me tea cause me bed bin me off for a guy on the waltzers. Da, 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 da.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
Oh, Baz is gone.
No, we won't high
He's
five you. man.
officially gone. I think he's
I
through.
honestly thought that was coming out then. Don't. I was just finishing and then you threw the boxes line in. And all I could see was we got these birds and then we're off to shag around it. And then we get another one and then we shag it around it.
You're 5-6 a day.
Oh,
Best job in the world.
Oh.
Tonight was just for Michael.
You're
Oh,
spinning them,
Michael
you're
only.
putting the tunes on, yeah, and then you can take them home.
Oh my God. Incredible. Incredible. 61 to go, you beautiful people. Well in.
God.
Whew. Right, where were we?
Unbelievable.
Where were we? Where were we? God.
By the way, that's an original song, so nobody's allowed to copyright.
No,
And
no, no.
You know, that's
that's yours. You've got that. We've got that here. Oh my God. It was incredible. Whew. Right, where was I? Bloody hell. Nearly lost it. Yes, I will be going back on the overlap, and FFP and profit and sustainability will be front and centre of my points, I imagine. There are we. Steel Lamb says, I remember going to Hillsborough and we got destroyed 3-1 by De Canio and Carboni. Cadamazzi got a late consolation and ran to the corner flag and celebrated when we were 2-0 down with with like 3 minutes to go. He ran and celebrated the corner flag, and then Sheffield Wednesday kicked off and made it 3-1. I think it was mad.
Remember when Neville got sent off there for handball outside the box?
Yeah.
Southall.
Yeah, thanks, absolutely. Stan says when Dukes was injured, it was obvious to everyone we've got footballers who can't play football. Okay. Paul Cattle says, Baz, I took your recommendation and started Deadlock. Brilliant show. How funny is Eddie? Eddie is amazing, mate. She's absolutely amazing and only gets better and better, mate, honestly. I actually think a lot of the stuff she does is unscripted, innit? It's definitely unscripted. The faces and the things, the actions she's doing as people are talking. Definitely, she's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. Paul Gold says 1883 is really good, and Isabel May is wow.
I
might have to watch it now. You've made that
I
face.
swear to God, I can't
might
say
have to watch
anything. I can't say anything. Mason Holgate's playing for the under-21s.
No, you will be. Steve P says, Baz, I still can't get my head around how Cuco Martina became a professional footballer, and the fact he played for 2 Premier League teams is truly baffling to me. I know you say professional footballers must be very good at football to get to that point, but he must be the exception, because I genuinely believe he wouldn't stand out playing Sunday League football. He made the simplest things look incredibly difficult, controlling the passion of football. I think he looked a lot worse because we played him at left back as well, so he had to concentrate all the time, everything he did. He wasn't great. Steel Lamb says, please ban him from talking.
No, he's the best thing about this channel.
I mean, is he?
I'm like, you know,
When we've got nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
when things
He is,
going
he's
well at
great.
Everton and they say, get the stadium video out, that meme, we're like that, nothing going on, get Ned out.
I mean, that's a brilliant analogy.
That is a good
That is a
analogy.
good
That's a
analogy.
good
You've come
analogy.
out with some good ones today.
You've analogied yourself.
You've analogied
Of course
yourself.
I have.
You're almost
Don't
making
ruin
me.
it by. Don't ruin it by.
No, don't ruin it. Just leave it there. Yeah, I've give you the compliment. Take it. Just keep the compliments. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, you specky
It
bit.
almost makes me want to come back and do a live watch along tonight of the MLS All-Star game at 12:30 with you.
Good luck
because
to you.
I just think,
Good luck to you.
I'm not gonna. I just said it almost makes me.
I
But
was up for it.
I was
like,
up for
if
it, but I just.
it was getting overtime.
Yeah.
Overtime, what you that's
No,
what you
but
should
I mean,
like.
doing it just for
No,
fun because I'm
definitely.
not getting overtime.
No, yeah.
Dick L.
I'm
Dick
getting
L's in the comments says people say the Leeds lads' stats aren't very good. Should remember when we signed Richarlison, he'd scored 5 goals for Watford in 38 starts, and we paid 35 million for him. Players do improve. Fair point.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
fair
know whether
point.
he had 38 starts, but he did only score 5 goals. But he was good.
But also there was circumstances, wasn't it? He'd already played a full season in Brazil and then went straight into the Premier League, had an amazing start to the Premier League, and then at Christmas just looked knackered. So there were reasons we bought him, and the guy who was his manager beforehand bought him as well, which so he knew him. So it's slightly different, but I do take your point, although it's slightly different.
And Dick also says, please, Ped, lay off poor Ned.
No,
listen,
Go
listen.
on, go on.
He's a good lad, and he once got my missus rampant, for which I'm still thankful. So listen, Dick got a bit of
Fair play to you.
Dick got a bit of fun because of Ned. So leave him.
Thanks, Dick.
Yeah.
You've got that. You've got that.
I don't
Keep
like
that.
that layoff. I don't think there's going to be any laying.
Ned's
off it.
been
Ned
flying
has
today.
been-
Ned is.
Ned has been.
Ned's on fire
Ned's
today.
been value, absolute value.
Ned is on fire today.
If you'd watched the Live at 5 yesterday, you'd understand how appreciated he is.
Yeah, he's massively
It was
appreciated.
It was just one of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh.
And when you get to see the AOB America special, it'll come
be
out
even
even
better.
more.
He's
Even
incredible.
more.
He's incredible.
I
I
try.
need to send you some stuff for that. Don't put take your time over that, Ed, because
No,
it'll
yeah.
be amazing, won't it?
Cam will be back next year for part 2.
Next year.
Yeah.
He won't. He'll be back in next week. So
So-
the week after.
I
He won't be
try-
battering that
on
back
these
in.
shows. I try to just be normal, but then because things I say, which I normally get spanned by used
Get
to,
span.
I
I-
try and over explain the
Did he
things
get-
I say. And
I
then
don't think they get spun.
don't think they get
the word you were looking for was spun, which is fine.
That's
definitely
fine.
get
But they
spun.
don't get spun. We just tell you what. See, what I explained this yesterday. Me and you could sit here and drink a cup of tea, right? I know you don't drink tea, but just play along with me, right?
Play on.
And you would tell me something totally different than what really happened.
Yeah, that's the
And there's no issue with that. That's just the way you are. But
What do you mean? So drinking tea.
nothing, Ned. Nothing. Just leave it there. Ruben says that the lad who stole Ned's bird say, "Scream if you want to go louder."
yeah, and she did. She
No.
did and went with him.
He cheated on it though. so it's all good.
Time to go German train, guy.
It's all good.
Can we move on? Yeah.
He just can't leave it,
Can
can
we
he?
move on?
He just can't leave it.
We are 59 off the 7,000. Come on, people. Beautiful people. More than a game. Go on. Go on.
I think-
Scream if you want to go louder.
Scream if you want to go louder.
Go on.
That's the
Takes you
catchphrase.
4 seconds. Get over there. Do it. Thank you, beautiful people. Where are we? Matthew Rampton says, is this a comedy show? Well, listen, what else are we going to talk about? We could go now, but we would be denying you another 10 minutes where Ned might come up with an absolute screamer.
This is supposed to be is entertainment one way or another, and I think it's entertaining.
Yeah. Paul Brady sub to more than a game. Thank you, Paul. Top man, much appreciated. James W says this is only 10% of a Premier show.
100%.
Absolutely. Sambo said, seen that video and Ned on the guitar, thought it was very good. He's sound, mate.
Oh, he's good.
He is very good.
good.
Ned is very good. He's
That's-
good. Good
that's
singing, brilliant on the guitar. Not quite Ed Sheeran level.
But that's why
but he's
you
up
should
there.
all be down at the Grapes
Yeah.
on Friday at 6
Yeah.
o'clock. I'd get there at 1:45 because I imagine it'd be standing room only.
Well, will
And
it,
all-
now
and all-
people know Ned's
And
playing it.
all the nuts will have gone off the bar and stuff, so you've got to get there early.
No, he is. To be fair, we do have a bit of banter with him, but he is very good. I think he'll be really good. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're in town, go and support him.
It would be nice to see some
Friendly face.
Familiar
friends
faces.
because I'm going on my own. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to come down,
I mean,
I'll be on my own. So just approach me. And
Go ahead, go and see him. He is good. And if you're in town, working in town, just dart in for
Swifty.
a Swifty and just listen
Get
to him.
yourself a non-alcoholic Peroni.
Yeah, and you're buzzing.
But you won't be buzzing if you have a non-alcoholic
Roxley says the Corey is the worst one of football. Well, listen, he is what he is, and he does a good job, and he did a good job for us. Scores goals, so fair play. Deadpool says Mr. In-Between is a class show on Disney+. Few people have recommended that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Don't know what it's about.
But you should watch The Bear.
Love the Bear.
I need people to talk to about it.
57 subs to go. Come on. We're on a rat here. Race against time. Come on. Dan Goodman says Southall's toe was over the line for that red.
It was quite over the line, though, wasn't it? He was halfway up the box.
Well, Matthew Ranton says hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, Matthew. We've done that one. Scream if you want to go louder is an absolutely tremendous one. Keverton says, anyone else worried we'll start the new season with no new players apart from Young? No, I think we definitely will be bringing players in, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hope so. Fingers crossed. Steely says, question for all of you. One player that come in that you thought was going to be brilliant but let you down, and one you thought was going to be rubbish but was really good.
One that was rubbish would be...
None that you thought.
No, one that I thought was going to be good and they were rubbish was Klassen.
Yeah.
And one that was
that.
rubbish that I thought would be rubbish that was good was Naismith.
Stephen Naismith.
Yeah,
That's a good shout, that. Sandro, I thought was going to be good and was not very good.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
And one that I thought wasn't a great signing, but actually turned out to be very good. So you'd say McNeil, but it's too early, and he finished the season brilliantly. But if you want to go really back, was when I was a kid, we signed Paul Power, and I just heard Udupy, and I was thinking, he's 33. What are we doing? We're like a top team. Why have we signed this player? And he was brilliant, and we won the league.
I expected more of Moise Keane at the time.
Yeah.
Which was a bit sad.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Very good shout.
I don't know why, because he was a baby.
We should have just played him, and then
he's literally older than you.
No, he was at the time. He was like 8.
How could he not be at the time?
No, I mean,
what are you on about?
So at the time,
you just don't age differently.
What I'm saying is, when he signed for Everton, he was younger than when I was now. So at the time, I'm thinking he's going to be good.
But he was the same age as
you.
you.
Back now, as a 23-year-old, I look back and go, "Why would a 19-year-old come in and transform Everton unless he was Wayne Rooney?" Do you know what I mean?
He's 23. If we'd have played him though, he would have got better. We'd never played him.
What's your birthday? September. And
you're older
when you're 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 23.
He's older than you.
So he's older than you.
Yeah, but so at the time, I looked at him thinking he was older than me. He's going to be sound. And now looking back,
I know what he means. Yeah. It doesn't matter what he means. No, it's what he says, which is the best bit.
Matthew Ranton says, Ned, you make me laugh. See, you're great. Dan Goodman says, Billy Eletanov's debut was amazing. Thought we had the new Sheedy. But then that's all she wrote. They'd never play him in the 10, no. Yeah, he was good in that. His left foot was incredible.
Wolby should have, after that West Ham 2-0, Wolby should have continued to play.
Yeah, he bottled it.
Yeah, he did. Celtic Vape says, would love to go to Ned's gig, but I'm old and I'm afraid he'd attack me. No, but he did. Ned does attack old people, remember he said? Have a fight with the old.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Don't attack. Stop attacking old people now.
Anthony Young said, Stephen Lee, one player I thought would be good but was woeful has to be Holgate. And the one who was brought in and is doing well is Nathan Patterson. Naismith and Moise Keane is what the Blues has gone with. Good shout. Matthew Ranton said, the show yesterday at 5 was great.
It was incredible.
Monkey Magic says Pina turned out absolute class. Still not replaced.
I thought Pina was going to be good
anyway,
though.
Was he good at Dortmund?
No. But he didn't like
Dortmund. He was amazing at Ajax.
Yeah.
Like everyone wanted him, like Arsenal.
Yeah, we couldn't have got him when he left Ajax.
Yeah.
We'd have had no chance.
Yeah.
And it took me 4 minutes at Bolton when I just got back from America. It's the first time I seen him play. Started at Bolton. Yak's debut. Yak scored as well. It took me 4 minutes to go, oh my God, he looks like a player because he just picked the ball up.
Sheffield Wednesday, and I think that was his first full game in the League Cup, and he was brilliant. Battered him.
Where are we? The Blues says thought Moise Keane was going to be a real player. Dan says don't think Moise Keane ever got a real chance. Not properly, you know. The Blues says Ned is older now than what Keane was at us. He actually made sense there.
No, he didn't.
No, but he said at the time, he was older at the time. And Dan Goodman says Ned's in the Hadron Collider again. Mathew Ranton says Liverpool.
I know, it's 1-1. I know. I'm fully aware.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, you're watching it there.
No,
You know, jumping up when Liverpool scores. So
I was
be
there.
like,
I was fully embracing it.
fully loving it.
Fully embracing it.
Where are we up to? 54. I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it on this show, which is a pity.
Do it tomorrow on the actual show.
Actual show's clever. I think we'll do it tonight, to be honest, once a certain interview goes out in a bit. But there you go. James says just don't follow Ned home in a car. He's only had 3 pints. Dan Goodman says, mind you, Shandy had a great debut, and I remember thinking, oh, that's how you cross a ball. He did cross a good ball, Van der Meijden, just wasn't on the pitch. Danny Williamson says, Carpy, typical Everton look. Yeah. And Klassen and Gareth Barry, that's a shout. Gareth Barry was much better than people give him credit for, wasn't he? Yeah. Gaz Baz.
Good player.
No, but when we got him, some people were losing their heads.
It's because he was 34 and he hadn't been in the city
but yeah,
previous season.
Yeah, and he come in and he was fantastic, wasn't he?
He was fantastic.
He was absolutely brilliant.
I thought Delph was gonna be, because I didn't know what he was like as a person. I just looked at what he'd done at City. I thought he'd come in and be pretty good at Everton.
I thought, to be honest, I thought Delph would be better than he was. Like, I thought he'd be more setting like the standards and all that. Yeah. And he did set some standards in a way of like not wanting to play football.
And he played in I think his first game he played in was a pre-season friendly at Wigan. He looked okay.
Wanted the ball all the time.
He just lost to Drissagana, I think, at the time.
The less you talk about Delph, the better. Ned.
Heitinger, Danny Cathcart says, was one I thought might be dodgy but ended up good. JL23 said big expectations for Klassen, especially coming from Ajax, shows how different the Prem is to other leagues. Monkey Magic says, can we see a link for your other channel? Haven't seen it. Ned, throw it back in the comments for us, please, mate. Royal Blue says we shouldn't have let Gareth Barry go when we did. No, I think at that time he was done, mate. I think he was done. 64% of Evertonians are going to Wigan, not Tranmere. Fair play. Sambo says, gonna subscribe to Premier now. I live in Thornton, which also has a place called The Grapes, but I'm guessing it's the one on Mathew Street. Defo gonna come and see Ned strum that guitar though. Top man, Sambo. When you come to Premier, we have Premier night, you could see it there. But thanks for joining Premier. Nice one, mate. James says, thought Eto was already over the hill. Best player for 6 months. Imagine if Roberto Martinez would have played Samuel Eto up front with Lukaku. Or just off him, like, instead of putting him on the wing. The fella was
as a number 10. We played a number 10 against Burnley, didn't he? And he scored that.
He was alongside. If you actually look at that game, though, he dropped into pockets, but he was also running off from. When
he was just dead intelligent.
He was clever on the ball. He should have been in the team every week. And yet Martinez had put him like on the left wing, and it's like, you can't ask him to run up and down. Get him around the penalty area with the ball. Seeing at Burnley, that goal when he bends it in from the edge of the box, he had the header, and then he went round the keeper and hit the post, didn't he? Would have been at hat-trick near the end. He was brilliant, and yet Martinez just... Remember the one, I think it was the fourth goal against Wolfsburg, where he just megged their centre-back and put Morales through. Just dead clever player. And yet Martinez ruined it. And he did tell everyone Martinez was going to relegate Everton.
Yeah, he did.
Remember playing against him the season before? I never, not personally, but when he came off Chelsea and scored straight away against, and it was at 6-3.
He come on for us and scored against Chelsea straight away. His first touch of the ball.
Yeah, but he did the same this season before as well, for Chelsea against us.
He scored for Chelsea against us?
I think so, yeah.
Scored for us against Chelsea when he come on within like 20 seconds or something. Header from the edge of the box.
Yeah, and that was it, yeah.
That's for us. But fair play to you. The Burnley goal took a deflection, didn't?
No.
Whipped it into the far corner.
Beautiful goal.
Oh, hang your head in shame, Mr. Blues. That's shocking.
Hit the post for the near the
and hit the post for the hat-trick, yeah.
Alcrest started that game as well.
Burnley away, did he?
Yeah, when we wore white.
I can't remember. I just know his header was brilliant. Thought Senderos should be better, but was pretty bad, says Dan. Monkey Magic sub, nice one, mate, top man. John McCulloch, I thought Michael Keane was going to be better than he has been, and I thought Dean wouldn't do that well, but he surprised me. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Michael Keane, I did think was going to be better than he has. I'm not going to sit here and say any difference. I did. I thought he'd be good for Everton. Thought English centre-back, United were all over him. Liverpool had a conversation about him as well. He come to us and he come in and just wasn't really. What about this? I know we're going to finish now, but the last few. Head wait till you get to the farmhouse level where you have to fight them all off. Oh, it's amazing, that farmhouse level.
That's where I am. I'm stuck on there. There's about 1 million of them.
And the Roy Orbison Dream songs on. Amazing.
I think that's where I am. I'm at there's loads of them.
And you hear the radio saying this happened. And oh my God. Dick L says, I thought John Oster was going to be good, the new Ryan Giggs. That still hurts, and I still don't know what Howard saw in him. Dick also says, has Ned ever thought of joining Love Island? My wife watches that, and as a young YouTube star and singer, he'd fit right in.
I think he would.
There you go. He's got the body for it.
As well. Trains really hard.
He's got the move. He's got the pecs for it.
Works really hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I don't really like the people, to be honest.
Joe Christie says James Beattie has the disappointments and Phil Neville has the surprise.
Fair play to
They're decent. They're, decent. What a shout. I've got to share that Ned for Love Island with a few people I know. Particularly my daughter and my wife will find that interesting. Absolutely. And people like Steve Kelly will love that. So well done, Dick. You continue to light my day every week.
You're the dick that keeps on giving.
He is the dick that keeps on giving. Absolutely.
What?
Do you remember the other day when I said to Mathew you should play everyone on the left? Yeah. That Burnley game, Alcaraz played in it.
Yeah.
Eto in the 10, he played Osman on the left wing. And he should always play. It was either Cleverly, Osman, Kone or Samuel Eto on the left wing or Barkley. Never actually played a left winger.
That day, Eto played on the left. Yeah. Osman played in the middle.
Against Burnley, 3-1.
Yeah. Just because it's got but they've done a team set out doesn't mean anything, does it?
I remember the game.
Go and watch it. He plays off the left. That where he got the goal, the first goal he had coming in from the left. Header 1-0. Joel Malone, top man. Great perfume as well, by the way. Is now subscribed on his other accounts for more than a game. Is right, mate. Matt says Royston Trent was the player I had hopes in. Yeah. The Blues says I couldn't really remember that Burnley goal, but I kind of picture it. Check it out. Just put it in YouTube. Put it in YouTube. You'll see it. It's amazing. It's a great goal. Great strike. Right.
Are we done?
I'm doing this. I'm doing the count that we finished the thing on. Oh, 54, you beautiful people. 46 to go. It's brilliant. We're not getting that now.
Caffeine's dropping off.
I can see you waning now. Fully Rooneying. Right. Thank you very much for everyone subscribing, hit the like button on the way out. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
we'll be back tomorrow. There is, if you're on more than a game at 7, there is an interview going out there inside the game. It's a boss one. Check it out. We'll see you later. Bye.